This is an iHeart podcast.
On Fox One, you can stream your favorite news, sports, and entertainment live all in one app.
It's raw
and unfiltered.
This is the best thing ever.
Watch breaking news as it breaks.
Breaking tonight, we're following two major stories.
And catch history in the making. Debates, drama,
touchdown.
It's all here, baby. Fox One, we live for live. Streaming now.
She's seen Encanto more times than she can count. And she can count to 10. She mentioned Mirabel in every conversation. But the moment she actually met Mirabel, she was speechless. That's pura magia. Find yours at Walt Disney World Resort.
5 years, 10 months, and 2 days. That's how long it took to grow the 38 inches to ride on Cali River Rapids. But the moment the wait finally ended, that was pura magia. Discover it at Walt Disney World Resort.
Hello, from Wonder Media Network, I'm Jenny Kaplan, and this is Womanica. This month we're talking about women of the wheel, icons who turned motion into momentum and spun their legacies on spokes, skates, and potter's wheels. These women harnessed the power of the axle, pushing their crafts and professions forward through their works and lives. Today we're talking about a strong woman. She was undoubtedly physically strong, but she was also a talented circus performer, a nimble trapeze artist, and a record-breaking high-wheel racer. In her day, some even considered her the greatest female athlete of all time. Please welcome Louise Armaindo. Though Louise lived by her stage name, she was born Louise Brisebois in Montreal, Canada in the early 1860s. We don't know much for certain about Louise's early life. Like all illustrious performers with a stage name, she likely invented her stage biography too, or at least part of it. According to that tale, she was inspired to become an athlete by her mother, a circus strongwoman who could lift 900 pounds of dead weight. By the time Louise was 18 years old, she could lift close to that, 760 pounds. With the help of a special contraption, she could even lift 4 men off the ground with just her teeth. She soon took to trapeze art, in which performers do tricks in the air from various hanging ropes, bars, and chains. This was a common attraction in circuses, but it was difficult, dangerous, and poorly paid work. Louise soon ditched that life and went to Chicago to start a new one, as a marathon walker, or as she would have been called, a pedestrienne. This sport was all the rage at the time. Sponsorship money poured in, bets were wagered, and massive crowds jostled to catch a peek of the athletes, who were usually walking miles, sometimes hundreds, around a track over the course of several days. Contestants could do so however they pleased, by walking, skipping, running, and even crawling. But they could not leave the track until the race was over. In March of 1879, Louise came third in a 10-mile walking race. Through this sport, she became something that was rare for women at the time, a paid traveling professional athlete. While these marathon walking events attracted big audiences and potentially even bigger sums of money, many of these races were grueling affairs. Contestants would often take it slow at the beginning, waiting to sprint at the very end. In some, they would even take naps, eat, and have a drink in tents on the sides of the track. If they were long races, say over the course of several weeks, this waiting game quickly turned into a spectacle of suffering. Exhausted and delirious athletes dragged their way around a track for days on end. In time, people began protesting these events, and some cities even banned them. Louise turned her sights elsewhere to a new money-making sport: high-wheel racing. In it, athletes rode penny-farthing machines, which were predecessors to our modern bicycles, but with one huge wheel in front and a much smaller one in the back. The high-wheel bikes were difficult to board and tricky, even dangerous, to race. But Louise took to them quickly and was soon racing as much as she could. While Louise waited for more women to get into the sport, she sometimes had to race against horses or men who'd give her a head start. She sought out as many challenges as she could, racking up miles in races across the country. indoor and outdoor, short and long distances. Slowly, her name recognition grew, as did her opportunities to race women who had steadily joined the sport. Though there were only a few other women to race against in the early days of the sport, Louise did have a rival, a dainty and proper woman named Elsa von Blumen. Despite Louise's consistent challenges, Elsa avoided racing her at first. But within a few years, Louise finally found herself on a track with Elsa von Blumen on Coney Island as part of a 2-on-1 race against a man. It was a treacherous 6-day race on a wooden outdoor track in the rain. Both Louise and Elsa crashed, and Louise may have even broken some bones in the process. The man they raced against won, but the next day, Louise and Elsa decided to race each other. Louise beat Elsa by 11 miles. Louise took up any challenge she could to win prize money. In Chicago in May of 1883, for example, she raced 2 men in the first long-distance high-wheel race for a championship. The contestants raced each other around a makeshift track for days, from 11 in the morning until 11 at night. By the end of the first day, they were neck and neck. By the end of the 6-day, 72-hour race, Louise had powered through 843 miles. She won. After the race, she said, "No one can have any idea how I had to punish myself to hold to the end. But I had determined to beat those 2 men, and I did it." She was also grateful for the many women in the large crowd who'd encouraged her through the race. Louise was awarded honors, the press praised her victory, and more lucrative big race wins peppered her future. Despite these successes, significant challenges wore her down. Protests from other sexist cyclists who saw women in the sport as a threat, an abusive manager, later an abusive husband, dangerous races and bad conditions run by profiteering promoters, new talent, increased competition, and changing bikes. Louise raced her last race in Chicago in 1893. She came in third. Over the next few years, she traveled around trying to book venues and competitors with no luck. She returned to Chicago, her career finished. One night, she was staying at a hotel in the city when a fire broke out in the building. To escape, Louise jumped out the window, breaking her fall on a roof below. She suffered internal injuries and a fractured hip, which bound her to rest in a hospital in New York for 5 months. There, thanks to the 1900 census, was the last official recorded mention of her name. All month, we're talking about women of the wheel. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz Kaplan, my favorite sister and co-creator. As always, we'll be taking a break for the weekend. Talk to you on Monday.
Every business has an ambition. PayPal Open is the platform designed to help you grow into yours. With business loans so you can expand and access to hundreds of millions of PayPal customers worldwide. And your customers can pay all the ways they want with PayPal, Venmo, Pay Later, and all major cards, so you can focus on scaling up. When it's time to get growing, there's one platform for all business. PayPal Open. Grow today at paypalopen.com. Loans subject to approval in available locations.
Does Friendly have a taste? If it does, it's probably like Hello's peppermint-flavored anti-plaque and whitening toothpaste. Brush away plaque, show tartar who's boss, and remove surface stains to naturally whiten. Hello's thoughtful and flavor-forward products make brushing your teeth feel like a confetti-filled bathroom dance party. So say hello to Hello with the always cruelty-free, never-tested-on-animals toothpaste that's made to spread smiles. Visit HelloProducts.com and let Hello add some everyday yay into your life.
This is an iHeart podcast.